You know our sun, right? It's the anchor of our entire solar system. I mean, it's this steady, life-giving engine that literally holds everything together. It's got over 99% of all the mass in our cosmic neighborhood. But what if that anchor, suddenly, and for no reason at all, got a whole lot heavier?
Okay, let's just dive right into this truly wild hypothetical. And, I mean, think about it. This isn't a slow process, not some stellar collision over millions of years. Nope. We're talking one instant. Our sun is just our sun. And the very next instant, boom, it's twice as massive. What on earth happens then? The answer is catastrophe. And we're not talking about a slow burn apocalypse here. This is an instantaneous rewrite of every single rule that governs our existence. The change would just ripple outwards with absolutely unimaginable speed.
So let's break down what would actually happen. The very first domino to fall in this cosmic chain reaction has to do with a fundamental principle that keeps our sun stable in the first place. Every star, our sun included, is in this constant state of tension. You can think of it like a perfect cosmic tug-of-war. Gravity is always trying to crush the star, collapse it in on itself. At the same time, the nuclear fusion happening in its core creates this massive outward pressure that pushes back. This balance, it's everything. And we just broke it.
So, with double the mass, you get double the gravity. It's as simple as that. And that is the very first and most immediate problem for every single object in the entire solar system. This really lays out the problem perfectly, doesn't it? Our current orbit is this beautiful, delicate dance between our planet's forward momentum and the sun's gravitational pull. But if you instantly double that pull, well, our momentum just isn't enough anymore. Earth is immediately yanked from its stable path and starts a terrifying spiral inward, right toward a much, much hotter sun. And we would not be alone in this. Mercury and Venus, being so close already, they'd be swallowed up almost immediately, gone. Further out, Mars and even the huge gas giants would see their orbit shrink, throwing the entire architecture of the solar system into absolute gravitational chaos. But all this chaos isn't just happening to the planets. The sun itself is going through a violent and profound transformation, right from the inside out.
Remember that hydrostatic equilibrium, that tug-of-war? Well, with twice the mass, the gravitational pressure on the sun's core just skyrockets. This immense pressure cranks the fusion engine into total overdrive. The core becomes unimaginably hotter, unimaginably denser, and starts burning through its hydrogen fuel at a furious new pace.
And this is where the consequences become truly staggering. See, a star's brightness, its luminosity, it increases exponentially with its mass. So doubling the sun's mass doesn't just make it twice as bright, oh no, it makes it a mind-blowing 11 times more luminous. The entire solar system would be just flooded with this incredible, deadly amount of energy. And this is what all that energy does to us. Even as we're spiraling inward, the sheer intensity of this new sun would blast Earth, raising the surface temperature to over 1,000 degrees Celsius. Our oceans would instantly vaporize, our entire atmosphere would just boil off into space. Our planet would become nothing more than a molten, lifeless rock. The sun itself would be completely transformed. It would shift from our familiar, friendly yellow G-type star into a searingly brilliant white-blue star. And that change isn't just cosmetic. Its light would now be packed with lethal ultraviolet radiation, powerful enough to sterilize any surface it touched. This chain reaction, it doesn't just stop with Earth. The effects keep rippling outward, causing the entire structure of our solar system to just unravel. The result is total, system-wide annihilation. The solar wind becomes a solar hurricane, stripping atmospheres from any planet that has one. The Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud get completely destabilized, sending a blizzard of comets and icy rocks careening into the inner solar system. The giant planets drift and pull on each other, turning our once orderly system into a cosmic demolition derby. And if you think it can't get any stranger, well, it does. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, mass actually warps space-time. So if you double the mass, you double the warp. Light from distant stars would bend much more sharply as it passed the sun, and believe it or not, time itself would actually tick slightly slower for anything close to it. The very fabric of reality would be distorted. So, let's say something, somewhere, managed to survive this immediate chaos. What's the long-term forecast for this new supercharged sun? Well, to put it mildly, It's short, and it is violent.
Our sun, as it is now, is set for a nice long 10 billion year life. But a star that burns this hot and this bright, it lives fast and dies young. This new sun would burn through all of its available fuel in just over 1 billion years, dramatically shortening its lifespan.
And its death would be every bit as spectacular as its life. It would furiously burn through its hydrogen, then swell up into a massive red giant way sooner than our sun ever will, engulfing whatever is left of the inner planets. Then it would cast off its outer layers, before finally collapsing into a dense, smoldering stellar corpse. A white dwarf. The end.
Ultimately, a thought experiment like this reveals something really profound about our own existence. We live on a razor's edge. The universe isn't just random. It's a system of incredibly fine-tuned balances. And this whole scenario just goes to show you how fragile that balance truly is, and how a single tiny shift can turn the star that gives us life into the very force that erases it completely. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it?